This is just a brief introduction to the Google External Keyword Tool. This is an invaluable tool to anybody in business, especially if you're involved in marketing at all, um, whether it's online or offline. This tool will show you what people are searching for in Google. So it's a great tool. You can find it at adwords.google.com/select/keyword tool external, or the easier way to find it is, because I always forget this also, is just to type external keyword tool into Google and it should be the first result. So you just come down here and we can enter as many words or phrases just like you were doing a search in Google. So let's say we were searching for the term computer in Google, and sometimes there's a capture here, so you can fill that out if you need to. I've already been working on it, so I don't need to do that. And we'll get the keyword ideas. So here is a list of the terms that are related to computer, not just computer, but all the terms related to computer that people have been searching for in Google. And I'm just going to sort it by the local volume. You can do global. Um, and what we can see here, I mean, this is a huge number, obviously, but, you can get an idea as we go down what type of computer maybe people are looking for, like notebook computers, right? Or Windows computer or computer parts. Come down even further. Look at this. People are looking for computer wallpaper, right? Computer motherboards. So if we were interested in, in selling something, if we were interested in just knowing what the market might be for a particular item or type of item, here's a list of the words, these were called keywords or key terms, that are related to our main keyword. Now you can put more than one keyword in here, but you can see, look at these results. You're going to get 150 in this first list, and then down here it gives you sort of a little bit more of an extensive list. So based on that, it's going to give you some other things that it thinks are related, Google thinks are related to that term, just because of what came up in here. So we saw computer wallpaper, and now it's giving us wallpaper. Now obviously wallpaper in general is not related to computer, but it's following the terms that came up above. And sometimes this can be very invaluable too, because it'll lead you down another path that is extremely useful. So let's just go through what all these numbers mean. Advertiser competition is an indication of how many people or how many companies are advertising for that term. So obviously most of these have a lot of competition, but my computer, or Computer My, has less competition. Windows computer has less competition, and as we go down, you might see, some others. This is a pretty, popular area, so I would expect to see most of these have a lot of competition. But the real interesting part is the search volume. This is how many people are looking, and based on this, we can get an idea of the potential market for our product. By the way, you can come in here and get some more information. So you can get, for example, I'll just put everything in here so we can see it all. When you look at it like that, it just becomes a little overwhelming sometimes, but really the first three columns here all have to do with advertising. So basically it's telling you if you wanted to be in the top 1 to 3 positions in Google, how much would you have to pay for each click. Alright, so if you wanted to be in the top 1 to 3 positions in Google for the term computers, you'd have to pay about $3.70. And I've also found that this number is not always that accurate. It depends on a lot of other factors as well. But it gives you some idea. If you want to think about where to put your marketing budget, you can see like computer systems, 523. It's a lot more expensive. So the first 3 columns are about the advertising. The next 2 give you search volume. This is the local search volume for the most recent month. This should be changing over. It's the beginning of January now, so the December volume will be coming in shortly. And this gives you sort of the average volume. So, this probably spiked up because of holiday sales, and this gives you the average over time. And you can see the trend here. I mean, you look at it, this is the trend at the end of the year, it spikes up. This one spiked up also. So, you don't want to go by this number. This number might be great in during the holiday season. You can also see the month that the highest volume occurred. And again, this is your trend line. So you can see the seasonality for some of these products like computer components. Look at this. It goes along, and there's not a lot of volume, and then all of a sudden it spikes. Okay. And then, if you were building out an ad campaign, you can add these to your list. Just add a couple here. All right, and then you can add these to your Google account, or you can download them if you wanted to do more research on these. Just one other thing to show you very quickly, match type. If you hover over here, it'll give you some of the information about that. But match type is broad, phrase, or exact. Don't worry about negative. Negative is you're not interested in that term. But what broad means is that, for example, let's use laptop computer, that somebody typed laptop computer into Google in any order. So if somebody typed, for example, what is the best computer to put on my lap, or something like that. I mean, that wouldn't really fit there, but that would come up as a broad match. In other words, anytime the words come up anywhere in the search. So like my computer again, I'm having problems with my computer, or computer my, that would also fit. Phrase match is a little bit more exact. In phrase match, these two words have to come up in order. So desktop computers would have to come up, but I could put in something like, what are the best desktop computers? And that would match. Okay. If we did an exact match, that wouldn't match, because only the term desktop computers would come up for that. So if I put what is the best desktop computers, it wouldn't match up exactly. So you have some different ways of playing around with that. So this gives you just a quick, brief overview of the Google external keyword tool. Again, invaluable information for anybody in business, marketing, product merchandising, anything like that. Business intelligence, you need to know about this tool. Very important to see what people are searching for on Google.